Hey everybody, it's Jessica with Headstone History. I just want to start this video off by apologizing if my voice sounds a bit raspy or unpleasant. It's because I am recovering from a sickness this week and I didn't want to miss a story. So enough about me, here's James's story. James Fontaine Decker was born on January 4th, 1834 in Pulaski County, Kentucky. He was the third of 11 children born to Andrew and Nancy Brown Decker. When James was born, his father was 22 and his mother was 23. James grew up in Pulaski County, Kentucky, where his father worked as a farmer and his mother worked as a housewife. On February 11th, 1854, when James was 20, he married 15-year-old Cassandra, or Cassie Mink Decker. James and Cassie raised their family in Rock Castle County, Kentucky. James worked as a farmer and Cassie as a housewife. James and Cassie would have 9 children together, 4 boys and 5 girls. Their names were Jonathan, Daniel, Rebecca, Belle, Mahala, Joseph, Amanda, Shepherd, and Nancy. Cassie would have her children from the age of 16 up until the age of 38. Around 1885 or 1886, James and Cassie's son, Jonathan Decker, decided to move west to Missouri. In their 60s at this point, James and Cassie and 6 of his siblings decided to go with him. They all traveled by wagon looking for a place with a good spring and plenty of wild game. They settled in Ozark County, Missouri, south of Dora. Not long after the move, Jonathan would buy a store in a small community called Birdtown. It is said the first store was yellow and he bought it from Ephraim Collins. He would later build a new bigger store there in 1917. Supposedly, building the store took 4 years to complete because the builders had to walk from Dora every day, which was a 6-mile walk there and a 6-mile walk back. The store was also built so that the nearby spring ran directly under it. That store is still standing today, over 100 years later, and the spring does still run underneath it. Jonathan also established a post office in the Birdtown community. His name suggestion of Birdtown was rejected by the post office because so many towns in the United States had that name and the post office said it would be confusing. He then suggested Bird Spring, which was also rejected for the same reason. He then decided to let the post office decide on the name, and they chose Toccoa. My search for any newspaper articles on the Decker family came up pretty short. Jonathan was mentioned the most for his store named J. Decker and Sons. For some reason, the paper did feel the need to report on one of their pets. This newspaper article was dated April 28, 1911. It stated, "Let Christians weep and prayers be said for Jonathan Decker's black dog is dead. He was suspected of having rabies, hence his departure by the shotgun route." I found this article, but no obituaries or articles about James or Cassie. James and Cassie would live the rest of their lives in Ozark County, Missouri. Cassie passed away first in 1912 at the age of 74. Her cause of death was listed as neurasthenia. Neurasthenia was a common term used back then to describe a condition caused by physical and mental exhaustion, and it was often associated with depression or emotional stress. Her death certificate stated her age contributed to her cause of death. Cassie and James were married for 58 years when she died. James followed Cassie 5 years later. James passed away on October 12, 1917 at the age of 83. James's cause of death was not pleasant. His death certificate stated he died from an abscess in his throat and jaw caused from decayed teeth. His old age and starvation contributed to his death. What was interesting about his death certificate was his son, Jonathan Decker, was the undertaker for his body. I looked up Jonathan's occupation on the census, and they all said he was a farmer. Another neat thing I found, the attending physician that cared for both James and Cassie and signed their death certificates was my great-great-grandfather, Dr. Paul Patrick. James is buried at the County Line Cemetery in Ozark County, Missouri. James is buried next to his wife Cassie and 2 of their children, Amanda or Mandy and Joseph Decker. I also cleaned Cassie and Joseph's stones and will be posting those videos soon. Amanda's was pretty clean and didn't need a full scrub down, so I just sprayed hers with D2. His stone has his name abbreviated as Jas F. Decker at the top. His epitaph reads, "A tender father and faithful friend." Here are the before and after pictures of his stone. I took the after shot 3 months after the first cleaning, but honestly, his stone cleaned up immediately the first day after I cleaned it. Right when I rinsed it off in the video, when I watched it back, I said, his stone reminds me of tiger stripes, and that was what I thought watching it back 3 months later. His stone just reminds me of tiger stripes for some reason. I uploaded his clean photo to his Find a Grave, and then I also typed in what his epitaph said, since his stone was so dirty before you couldn't read it at all. If you want to hear more stories like this one, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post a new video every week. Thank you so much for watching.